have a great show lined up for you. I'm your host, Kim Jacobs, better known as the Balance Doctor. And all of our guests that come on, they're either people that have overcome some tremendous odds in their own lives as they balance this thing called life, or they're experts and they're here to share tips and strategies that will help you better balance and manage your life. Grab your virtual seats and let's get ready for some real relevant and relatable content on today's episode of The Kim Jacobs Show. Hello, everyone, and welcome to this episode of The Kim Jacobs Show. I am over the moon excited because guess what? We have with us today Michelle Mitchell. How are you, Michelle?
I'm good. How are you, Kim?
I'm doing even better now that I know you're going to help us get some things in order financially.
Oh, I'm going to try.
Y'all, you know goodness well, if you are in the studio audience, that we all need all the help we can get, especially when we have experts that are willing to come and help us bring balance to the world, right? Our financial management and business expertise, business growth, business development. Yes. That's what we're gonna get into that some today. So grab your virtual seats and let us know where you're visiting in from. We'd love to be able to recognize you throughout today's broadcast. I know some people have sent contributions through the program as well, and we'll shout you out. And if you want to be one of those people too, that say, hey, I want to give to the Kim Jacobs Show. Some people ask that. Here's how you'll be able to do that, because the show is sponsored by you all. So go ahead and send whatever Cash App or Zelle, PayPal, and we'll make sure we shout you out as well throughout the broadcast. So thank you for even contributing to the program. Okay, Michelle, where are you located over there?
I am located in Kalamazoo, Michigan.
You know what? People don't realize that's a real place, right?
It is a real place. Yes. Yes. It's a real place.
Get it. It's like, no, I'm all the way out here in Kalamazoo, Michigan.
Kalamazoo, Michigan. That's right.
That used to be my territory. And when I was in pharmaceutical sales, one of the cities that I covered. And I came to Kalamazoo one time. And the cities I covered. Yeah. How was it growing up there?
I didn't grow up in Kalamazoo. I actually grew up in a smaller city about 50 miles west of here, closer to Lake Michigan. Okay. And it was a very small, tight-knit community. Our city was actually 4 miles by 4 miles. So everyone knew everyone growing up. And then I came to Kalamazoo as a new college student. And I went to college here at Western Michigan University. I left for a bit and then came back, and this is where I have raised my family.
Wow. So what was it about Kalamazoo that made you decide that this is where I'm going to raise my children?
So when you're going through that process, it's never, I knew about Kalamazoo because I went to college here, but I actually worked at Kellogg Company, which is about 20 to 30 minutes from Kalamazoo.
Right.
And I worked there, and I actually got laid off. I got laid off during the downsizing and decided we would move our family to Kalamazoo. And it's been a great decision because it's a nice place where you have a lot of diversity, because we have the college campus here. And, the community is, small, but bigger than where I grew up. So, yeah.
Wow. Wonderful. Wonderful. I didn't even know that I don't know much about you. I'm learning today on the show. Right? But I'm excited to get to know you so much better. Yeah. Let me introduce this beautiful woman to you all. And I really already love how you niche down as to what you specifically do. You are an expert in all things business. Michelle is an expert in all things business, finances, and growth. That's a good combination, y'all. All things business, finances, and growth. Before starting Mitchell Consulting, she spent 10 years working in corporate finances, wishing she had the freedom to use her expertise and skills in a way that aligned with her passion and allowed her to be present in the rest of her life. See, that's that thing called
Yeah,
balance, everybody.
balance. Mhm,
That's what she was looking for. How do I
mhm.
use my corporate expertise and knowledge and still be able to balance my life effectively and
Yes.
manage the family? So she started Mitchell Consulting and never looked back. Y'all, I'm going to let her talk about her genuine desire to see women succeed and compel them to deliver their expert advice and actionable information in a compassionate and non-judgmental way. Michelle Mitchell, welcome to the Kim Jacobs Show.
Thank you so much, Kim, for having me.
Oh, okay. So 14 years you've been doing this whole business thing that you're
Yes, ma'am.
passionate about and you love.
I
Tell
did.
us what made you become, even in your backstory, what made you so even interested in this area of life?
Okay, it is interesting because I never was. I thought I was a corporate girl, right?
Okay.
You know, being raised in the 80s, you were taught to go to college and then get a job. That's exactly what I did. I went to college, I got a job, and it sucked. I just want to be real. I did not like it.
Right. That's so, I mean, you know what? I totally agree.
Yeah,
That's exactly the progression. And then you get
yeah.
there like, wait, what's happening to me?
What is going on? So by the time I had children, I had my son, and literally I was dropping him off at the beginning of when daycare opened at dark 30 in the morning,
Hmm.
and he was the last one being picked up at night. But I had this corporate job that was my dream job. And I didn't know I was in a rat race until they laid me off, and I realized I was in a rat race.
Now
I
that right,
was.
you got to stop there for a minute because now here you done got into this dream job and
Yes.
you're taking your child to daycare and all this stuff in the midnight hour trying to get there so you can
Mhm.
be professional and be in place doing a good job, right?
Yeah.
Only to get let go.
Yes.
What, yeah, okay, keep on with your story, but at
Okay,
some point
so
I
I
want you
got
to.
I got let go and I was pregnant with my second child. So double whammy, right? Emotional, all that. And, why me, Lord? Why me? I didn't know why me then.
Mhm.
I know why me now. Because had that not happened, I
That's right.
wouldn't be able to make impact on women's lives today.
Mm, mm, mm.
I would not be able to do that. Um, so I had to, sometimes you got to go through something.
Let me put you over here so you can go on and preach. Hold on. Let me put you front and center. Go. Lean in on it too when you're talking about it.
Sometimes you have to go through something
Mhm.
so that you know without a shadow of a doubt why you are here. And when you understand why you are here and who you are serving, then it's easy, right?
It really is. It really is. If we
It's
just comply.
easy. Yes. And, one of my desires has, I'm gifted in numbers.
Mhm.
I can calculate numbers in my head. My family is just astounded, like, at how I can do that.
Mm.
But it's just a gift. It's something that was poured into me.
Mm.
I had to nurture it through college and things like that. But
Right.
it is a gift. It is a gift. And other people don't have this gift. And they are afraid of numbers and they repel numbers. But when you're
Yeah.
in a
I don't
space
have
of
that gift.
yeah, when you're in a space of building a business or building your life,
Mhm.
and your finances become an issue, like we have a money story that keep following us around and we can't seem to get out of it no matter how much money we make.
That's right.
Like, I understand that. And I can look at your numbers and come up with a strategy for
Mm,
you to get out of that so that the numbers look better for you.
mm.
It's a
That's a
gift.
special gift. That's a special
It
gift.
really is. But I needed that time in corporate to have that formalized training on
Mhm.
how to apply it. But what happened in corporate was I was dissatisfied as a person.
Mhm.
Like I'm out here helping this company make a lot of money, you know, analyzing their finances so that they can make the right decisions. But I
Right.
didn't know what type of impact that was having on people because the numbers I was calculating was showing me, hey, you about to get laid off.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so your numbers were like, "They're not looking good for
Yeah.
you,
This
baby."
is not so good. The numbers really do tell the story. And
Yeah.
I did have an inkling of that before they announced they were shrinking the workforce.
So you don't want to say that you kind of help your fate become a reality by
Right.
providing them with the clarity that they don't need or not
Yeah.
need. They may have needed you, but they could
Yeah.
not afford you.
Right. Exactly.
You're like, Lord, don't let me
Yeah.
use the gifting for this kind of purpose, right?
Right. Yeah. So then I wanted to, it took me some time to get over that hurdle. And your question about what started this, to be honest, I was introduced to the Mary Kay Corporation.
Okay.
And I became a Mary Kay consultant when my baby was like, she wasn't even a year old yet. But I was introduced to this world of entrepreneurship, and it just like something inside of me, like, whoa, people out here living like this.
Right, right.
Because I was trained to become a corporate person.
Mm.
I was I was designed to become a corporate person because
Mhm.
that's what my training was. So this world of entrepreneurship opened up for me as I became a Mary Kay sales consultant.
Okay.
Yeah.
And now you know what? I was a Mary Kay consultant many years ago, got the red jacket and all of that.
Oh yeah.
But you know what? I've actually been a part of many network marketing.
Yes.
And the reason that I chose to do those endeavors is because of same reason. It's like
Mhm.
this is a viable opportunity
It
and a
is.
stream of income for
Yeah.
my family. Or
Yes.
and it was like legitimate
It
business
was,
money.
yes. Yes. So that was my toe step into entrepreneurship.
Hmm.
And to be honest, I am still part of the Mary Kay organization. I
Okay.
am. But what I learned in Mary Kay is, one, how to talk to people, how to convey your value to other people
Yes.
and get them to buy not a single item, but a package of items.
Right. Get your summer. I see all the different slogans and things out there. It's like not only do you
Yeah.
need the mascara, you need your summer
Yeah.
tools.
Your summer glow,
Summer glow. Yeah, I'm like,
yeah,
help me with the
you need
wording.
your summer glow. So you need all these other things too. So I learned that in Mary Kay.
Mm,
So when I started Mitchell Consulting and I'm doing bookkeeping, like I'm actually recording transactions for clients,
right.
you know, there's another component to business besides bookkeeping,
That's
which
right.
I have a knowledge in, right? I
Mhm.
have a background in. I have a master's degree in. I have a couple master's
That's
degrees in,
right.
you know. So um so I am able to package all of my knowledge
Right.
to
All of
help
it.
all of it to help people who are in need. But if you just need a specific thing, I can do that too. So,
Well,
um, Mary
yeah.
Kay started it.
That's a beautiful testimony. For
Thank
all of
you.
you Mary Kay representatives out there, you should grab this clip and share Michelle Mitchell's testimony because
Yes.
that speaks volumes to how she has developed in at this phase of her life. And
Mhm,
the thing that I do like too, Michelle, is the fact that everything that we've experienced. I know when I was in pharmaceutical sales, we had these glossy detail pieces, and
mhm.
we would go out and talk to the physicians, and I would share with them with a pen, I would point and say, okay, so today, what I want you to know is that these are the benefits of the product and I would use
Uh-huh.
and I would do
Yeah.
my, what that helped me with, believe it or not, Michelle, was that I was able to now have professional presentations with my sponsors for my show, with
Yeah.
investors for any
Mhm.
projects that I'm working on. I can have the most beautiful detail piece
Right.
and share the takeaways and the benefits to them within minutes.
Exactly. Yeah. So you got to lean into your whole experience
Yes.
and not just little segments of it, because there's learning in the whole process. And that's the one thing I know for sure, is that you have to bring your whole self to it.
That's right.
You can't leave any parts of it out.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. And it's a building block.
It
So
is a building block.
everything prepared you for who you are today,
Yes.
right? So now you
Absolutely.
look cute. And I'm just going to build a little story here for y'all. You look gorgeous because you got your face beat and ready to go and glowing and all of that stuff. So you slayed. Then you also know how to be in your professional mode so that when
Mhm.
you present yourself in a corporate perspective, you're already
Yeah,
ready to go.
that's right.
Now that hurdle has already been met. How can I
Mhm.
serve you with your
It's
financial needs and your
Yes.
business growth and development? Who wouldn't want to hear from Michelle Mitchell, who's bringing that full package, right?
Right. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what advice do you give business owners, business entrepreneurs? What's like a first step? Because everybody don't even know where to begin when it comes to
Yeah.
this.
Yeah. So the first thing that if you're gonna have a conversation with me,
Mhm.
I want to understand why you're doing this. I want to understand your why, and I want to understand, have you thought about your why? Why you're doing this in the first place? Because I've been in this for so long,
Mhm.
you're gonna need to know why you're doing this.
Okay.
Because otherwise, you can quit. You can stop
Easily.
going. You can easily stop. So, um,
So why? Why are you
so
doing
why? Why are you doing this? What is the purpose for which you're doing this?
it?
Because 98% of the people are not doing this.
Mhm.
So understanding your why, and then once you understand the why of the reason you started this business, okay, how does that apply to my finances?
How
You know,
does it apply? I'm
how
typing.
does it so usually when people start a business, it is for financial gain,
Mhm.
right?
Yes,
Otherwise, you would start a nonprofit.
that's right.
So if you have a for-profit business,
Mhm.
yet you're operating as a nonprofit, why?
Problem.
There's a problem.
Right.
Hmm.
Hmm. Interesting. So let me ask you a question before you go to the next one. When you say understanding the why of why you do the business that you're doing, is it possible to have multiple whys? Because I personally have multiple whys.
Yeah, there is, yes, you can have multiple whys,
Mhm.
multiple why you do this,
Mhm.
um, and it could be like a personal, um,
Right.
personal thing for you. It could be because of your family, or it could be because of who you're impacting. And
Right.
I think your why should probably cover all three areas
Yeah.
in your life, because you are a whole person.
Mhm.
There's a reason why. There's a reason why you chose the types of clients you decided to work with.
That's right.
And
Right.
it goes back to your story.
Always.
It
Always.
always goes back to your family, of course. That is very well connected to your story and how you want to make a financial impact on your family. And then it's your internal.
Mhm.
It is your internal purpose of why you're doing this, because 98% of people don't.
Mm.
So you have to be different and special. You have to be thinking differently.
Mm.
So why is that? Yeah.
Hmm. And the people that think differently, the interesting part is, Michelle, I can speak for myself, sometimes be like, oh no, everybody already and they know this. It's a
Mhm.
given. This is
Yeah,
just the basics or whatever.
yeah.
It's like I don't want to be too basic. It's like that is, for whatever reason, a big thing within entrepreneurial
It
spirited
is. Yeah.
minded people. Why, I wonder why that's the case, because people need what we have, but we're not always willing to share it because we think it may be too basic.
Yeah. And it's because it's your gift.
Interesting.
It's your gift, and you don't see the value in your gift.
Mm,
You don't, because it comes if it comes so easily to me, why do people need this?
mm,
Don't it come easy to everybody?
right.
No, it doesn't. You're
Mm.
special. You are.
So you knew you were special, because this is so good. First of all, you make me feel so good. I feel like I'm just sitting right there in the chair next to you, and we having a good old girlfriend conversation. If anybody else is benefiting at the level that I am, please type it in the comment
Yes.
section. But it's your gift, and you don't see the
Thank you.
value of your gift, is what you're saying. Does anybody fall into that category?
Yes.
Do you think it's just a given that this is happening in your life and you have all of this knowledge, but don't really know what to do with it because everybody should already know this? If that's you, please type it in the comment section too and let us know your thoughts on it.
Exactly. And I want to share something like that I am always challenged with.
Hmm.
Even though numbers are my thing, like I
Yes.
know it's a gift.
Right.
It just rolls off of me.
Right.
But there's other places where I'm challenged. For instance, marketing is always my challenge.
Interesting. So
It
you know
always,
your challenged areas
yes,
too. Okay.
yes, I do know I know my challenged areas because I have reflected on what works for me
Okay.
and what confuses me. Yeah.
Yeah, that I know my challenge areas as well, and that's why.
Mhm.
Well, you know one of my challenge areas too, privately backstage, right?
Yes.
I mean, literally, when this your challenge area, it can
Yeah,
make you go cuckoo for cocoa puffs. Like,
right,
oh goodness, this is not what I do. This is not my wheelhouse. This is
right,
not my
right.
gifting. So,
You know when it's not your gifting,
right.
you
So, what do
know?
you do? What do you do in situations, or what do you recommend for business owners and entrepreneurs that are in need of services, but they are still trying to do it themselves? Any thoughts?
Yeah, and that's the hardest thing. You think you're gonna save $1 by doing it yourself, but this goes to freeing up your time to
Mm,
do the things that you're excellent in. I mean, to do the things that you are a genius in
right.
instead of doing the things that you are excellent in,
That's good.
that you have excellence in. Yes, I can do it, but is it the best use of my time when
No.
I can sit in my genius zone
Right.
and move the needle so much further
Mm.
than if I was sitting in my zone of excellence?
But then when you start doing research, because I'm just going back and forth here for a minute, and you start finding out how much stuff costs to get some of those areas handled properly, you're like, oh,
Mhm.
wait a minute now, that's going to break the budget
Yeah.
a little bit. So then what?
Right. So this goes back to having a knowledgeable, trusted person to help you with your finances because maybe your pricing is not at the level in which you can actually earn enough gross profit margin so
Mm,
that you can have those people who are experts on your team.
good, good. So no matter how you slice it, no matter what direction you go in, it comes all the way back to financial management,
It is
proper financial management.
proper financial management. And sometimes when we have lack, we have the wrong client in front of us.
Okay, and that's a really interesting thought too, because sometimes we recognize that we have the wrong client in front of us,
Yeah,
but we're too nervous
yeah,
about releasing that client
yeah,
because that client has the money,
correct. No, they don't have the money. They don't have the money you need.
not the value of what you would probably teach. But
Exactly.
let me rephrase that.
Yeah,
They have money.
they
May
have
not
money.
be the money that is the amount that you really should be charging for your services and
Right.
the value that you provide, but they
Yes.
have a little something, something.
Right.
And a little something, something, according to some people's theory, is better than nothing at all. What's your thoughts about that?
So I would say when you're first starting out, like very first starting out, getting your feet wet, exchanging with a potential client the value of what you do
Hmm.
in exchange for money. That is not an easy thing to do,
Mm.
especially when what you do is kind of intangible.
Mm.
I'm not selling a mug. Like, I'm not selling you this
Right,
thing.
right.
I'm selling you something that's intangible. So I have to learn how to do that. And in the beginning, it is okay. But a lot of times what happens is we stay stuck in that beginning.
That's good.
Yeah. We
And,
stay
and
stuck.
it's hard to break free of it. That's why you
Yeah.
want to have someone consult you,
Yeah.
like Michelle Mitchell, who is here talking to us today
Yes.
about how to properly know how to advance your business growth and
Yes.
things that we may not just have come through our everyday thought process. So I'm going to
Mhm.
put this up. How do people, I know we're going to say this multiple times, but how do people stay connected with you on social media, please?
Yeah. On social media, you can follow me on Facebook at Mitchell Consulting. You can follow me on Instagram at Mitchell_consulting.
Okay. So you all, Mitchell underscore was the other one. And
Yes.
that's on Instagram. I'm going to
Instagram.
change
Yeah.
that because
Mhm.
so on Instagram, it's at Mitchell Consulting, Mitchell underscore
_consulting.
consulting. So y'all make sure, and then on Facebook, it's Mitchell Consulting altogether. And that's
Yeah.
for our audio podcast listeners too. That way you,
Okay.
because some people
And I'm trying to get this little YouTube thing going. So, don't you can follow me now because it will get better. That's all I
oh,
can
yeah,
say.
yeah, it can get a lot better too if you take a training course that's a
Yeah.
program that's offered called How to Start Your Own Show from Scratch. And
Ooh,
that's the training that I do with the experience that I've had on PBS and the Word Network
got to.
and NBC, some of the things that I've done over there, teaching people how to actually create and start their own shows from scratch, a virtual podcast or a live streaming show, and how to package it and stream it even to countries. We stream in over 100 countries as well. So if you all are interested as well, you can definitely email me, Kim at thebalancedoctor.tv, or you can call 704-944-3534 and definitely join in on our next training class. We only take 5 students at a time, and so it's limited each time because we have big
Nice.
focus, but it's a great
Nice.
outcome. 6-week training. All right, so Michelle, whenever I think of business growth, I think that there has to be a starting point, a place where this is ground level. What advice do you give people that are just starting out in business? You're going to have them understand their why. I'd save some of what you just shared over
Mhm.
here. So let's look at what you've already said. You said definitely you want them to understand why they're doing it.
Yes.
Then how does this apply to their finances? Because you're going to marry the two.
Mhm.
Then what is your internal purpose of why you are doing this? There's an
Mhm.
internal purpose.
Mhm.
When they've established those things, which that's a lot to establish, because if you do that right there, you're well on your way. Just so
You
you know.
are. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
So do you believe in baby steps or do you believe in quantum leap theories like catapulting you?
I believe in both.
Okay.
I believe in both. Because confidence builds over time.
Okay.
So baby steps make sense for most people because confidence builds over time.
Mhm.
Each time you do something and you have success at it, you do it again and have more success, right?
Mhm.
So then you can begin to trust yourself. Trust yourself.
Mhm.
Because once you begin to trust yourself,
Mhm.
then you can make those quantum leaps.
That's good. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm typing everything. If you see me looking at the corner of my eye, I'm actually being my own administrative assistant back here. So this is so good. And then I'm typing paragraph. So baby steps are fine. And then I don't even have my glasses on. No wonder I'm over here like really trying. Okay. Baby steps are fine, according to what you're saying, because
Mhm.
confidence builds over time to learn to trust yourself.
Yes.
So you're saying that we don't even necessarily even trust our own ability when we're first starting out.
Oh no, we don't. Because here's the thing.
Hmm, interesting.
In your daily life,
Hmm.
uh, you have a money story.
Right.
And your money story is, I'm gonna put these blinders on and I'm gonna swipe that card anyway.
Now you know us oh too well. Why?
Maybe I've been
Don't do
working
it.
with a few
Don't do
people.
it.
Yeah. And you're gonna swipe that card anyway.
Right. Right.
That- because you haven't taken the time to look at, where is my money going?
Interesting.
You haven't taken the time to do that. So you don't even trust yourself.
Mm.
But yet I'm going to start this business
Right.
and I'm going to start collecting money from customers.
Hmm.
And I don't even trust myself with my finances in my personal life.
Oh, Gina, you know like that. So what you're saying is, if a person is already struggling financially, personally,
Yes.
then and you didn't get any control of that
Yeah.
situation, then how can you expect it to be different when it comes to the business side of things?
Correct.
It's going to be
Yeah.
exactly mirroring your personal side.
Because your personal life and your business life relies on your habits.
Hmm. Somebody, y'all, that right there is a whole drop the mic moment. I gotta type this. Go ahead. Go ahead, keep on talking, but I'm typing it. Go ahead. Your what?
Yes, your personal life and your business life relies on your habits. And if you
Finances.
haven't built
Okay.
good
Finance.
habits, mhm,
Rely on your habits. Okay.
if you haven't built good habits in your personal life, having a business is just going to magnify that.
So when people, what you're saying is so beautiful, right? It's not difficult to comprehend. Like
Mhm.
it's easy peasy. Here we go. Get
Yeah,
a financial consultant, and that's going to help change the
yeah,
way that you think, because doing the same thing over and
over
over
and
and
over.
over again and expecting a different outcome is what is the definition of insanity.
Insanity, absolutely.
So
Yeah,
what you're proposing is break that rut, get out of being stuck
yeah,
in that rut of cement that's blocking and holding
yes,
us down, and get a real professional that deals
yes,
with this.
yeah.
And you're that professional.
I am.
And you look so
I
calm
am.
about it, because girl, numbers is not like that is not my expertise. So I have to lean on somebody else. So
Right. Yeah.
recognizing that you have to lean on somebody else is
Yeah.
a good thing.
And sometimes you don't even see the habit that you have because it's just part of you.
That's
So you need someone to disrupt
right.
disrupt the pattern
Mm,
and put a magnifying glass on it
mm,
so that you recognize it.
right. Man, when you said disrupt, there's a person that has a show about disrupting things, and I was trying to see if I could tag her. But this right here is the epitome of the importance of saying the same old way
Mhm.
of doing things is no
Yeah,
longer going to get you to the next level in your business, the next level in your life.
correct.
So, what kind of services? Okay, when we come back, we're gonna take a commercial break, y'all, because
Okay.
I'm all over the place. I'm getting my own counseling, really. Just so you, I'm over
And,
here in my own counseling. That is not how you're supposed to host a show.
oh no, girl, you are fine. And I just want your audience to know also, like, we're talking about new people coming into business, but when you're established,
Mhm.
it's even more important.
That's good. So when we come back,
Yes.
right after this commercial break, we're going to talk about established businesses, not just those, because you'd be like, oh, I'm watching, but this isn't for
Mhm,
me. I've been in business for 10 years. I've been in
mhm,
business like you were a solopreneur for 8
mhm,
years of the 14 years that you've been doing this.
mhm.
Okay. when we come back, for all of you seasoned saints, as people would say, we're going to have something for you right after this commercial break. We'll be right back, everyone.
Hi, I'm Kim Jacobs, the Managing Director of the Charlotte, North Carolina chapter of eWomen Network. I am so excited that you stopped to watch this video. I've got good news for you. You've just discovered an international network of women entrepreneurs who are committed to helping you achieve, succeed, and prosper. We're on a mission here to help 1 million women entrepreneurs each achieve $1 million in annual revenue. Here at eWomen Network, we have a complete success system that supports you every step of the way in building and growing your business. You being here right now is no accident. We're supposed to know about you. We want to meet you to find out how we can help you, as well as learn about what you have to offer. With over 500,000 women connected through 118 chapters across the United States, Canada, Australia, and the United Kingdom, you are never alone. If this is resonating with you, please go to ewomennetwork.com/Charlotte. Notice too my contact information. I invite you to reach out to me and to check out our upcoming in-person and online events. I'm really looking forward to introducing you to our special community.
All right, everybody. As you can see, I wear a lot of different hats, and it's very intentional because it always, in some regard, blesses someone else's life.
Mhm.
So I'm grateful for the hats that I have been afforded the opportunity to wear and to have God work through me as I salt this earth. But listen, we're talking with people right now that have been established in business.
Yes.
Michelle, talk to us from that perspective.
Yeah, so if you've been established in business for a while, you're probably growing a team, right?
Yes.
Because that's how we grow, right? People want to grow, but they keep wanting to do all the things themselves. And I just want to free some people up.
Come on. I'm put you over here again because you might as well, y'all. I want y'all to look right in her eyeballs when she's saying
Yes.
this. Go.
I want to free some people up. You ain't the only one that can do what you do. There's people out there can do what you do better than what you do.
I know
Right?
that firsthand. Yes.
So each of us has our own zones of genius. And when you're building a team, you want to find team members who have zones of genius that aren't yours. Yeah, to balance out the company, right? So when you're building a team, you gotta understand what you want. Do you want to free up your time, or do you want to continue to be the bottleneck of your business, because it keeps the lid on your business and it stunts your growth?
Okay. I'm typing what you're saying. So
It comes back to you again, ma'am, sir. It comes back to you again. So before you hire this team and you think you're delegating to this team, when you're only giving them a whole bunch of tasks.
Yep.
Because what you haven't done is delegated to them the outcome you desire. And if you don't know what the outcome is that you desire, this goes back to you and what your vision is.
So we are the challenge as the business owners.
Absolutely.
We're bottlenecking the process because we won't release it. But okay, I have to say this because I do think that I'm sure I speak on a lot of different entrepreneurs' behalf here. But speak on your own behalf, everybody. Type your own comments.
Yes.
Here's the deal. Sometimes it's hard to share with people what you want them to do because you really haven't, meaning I say you like it's a friend.
I know. I'm asking for a friend, right?
I'm only asking this for a friend.
Yeah.
You may not have, your friend may not have already taken all of the time that's necessary to bite-size piece the responsibilities down enough to even
Yes.
disseminate the information. So it sounds like you got to go back to your own training first before you
Yes.
can execute the vision or impart the vision to the people.
Yes. Yes. And here's the thing. I failed at hiring the first time I hired too. I
Mhm.
failed at. I failed at it twice. And then I stopped for a whole year.
Mm.
I just kept doing all the stuff myself.
Mm.
But that didn't help me grow the business,
Right.
right? It didn't help me grow the business. So what do you need to know, learn, and understand in order for you to be able to
Right.
build a team who is who is engaged in the vision of the company
Mhm.
and who want to help you bring that vision to life?
That's good. That's good.
You got to find the right people.
Mm.
And then you got to tell them the right things to do. You got to give them the right direction. So if we don't know the direction,
Mhm.
how are we going to tell the team the direction? Which
That's
is why when we hire, a lot of times, this is what we say. "Dang, it would have been quicker if I would have done it myself."
Now, if you have ever been guilty as a business entrepreneur saying that, then make sure you type it. Okay, I'm guilty. Put that in the comment section. Just be honest and say
Yeah,
I am guilty.
I'm
Okay,
guilty. I'm
that's yeah.
guilty.
Just be
Like,
transparent and say it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you got to understand from your perspective first. What do you want? It goes back to your why. Why are we doing this in the first place? Then what's the vision? And then I,
Hmm.
CEO, founder, owner, I have to relinquish control. But if you train them up right, just like children, if you train them up right, they will do what you desire.
Hmm.
But it starts
That's good.
before you hire them.
Michelle, you say this it's just like, hey girl, my name is Michelle Mitchell, just regular old. This is
Hey
like,
girl, my name is Michelle Mitchell, and this is regular old because I done been through it myself.
no, you done got a t-shirt for it, wrote a book, all of that stuff. It sounds like, listen, guilty of
Yes.
saying I could have done it better myself. If this is you, you don't have to be in this position because
No.
Michelle is willing to train you. It's not just financial management services, what I'm understanding. What can
Correct.
people expect when they connect with you? What, like, kind of walk us through the steps. If people reach
Sure.
out to you, what
Mhm.
are they going to get when they start working with you?
So when people reach out, we'll have a conversation. Some people may call this a sales call, but what I want to understand on this call is what's the problem in the business? What is the problem? And then where can we, based on our expertise, how can we help you solve that problem?
Okay.
So a lot of times people come to us because of their finances.
Mhm.
Either they're overwhelmed or it's too much to do. So we're trying to discover what that is, right?
Okay.
And we start working with people. This is what has happened to me over the last 14 years. We
Okay.
start working with people on their finances. And we're looking at their financial statements and we're explaining things to them and trying to help them increase that bottom line, that net profit, right?
Okay.
That's the money you take home to yourself.
Mhm.
But we find along the way, we got leaks in our buckets.
Mm. That's
And the leaks in our buckets are operational leaks.
Mhm.
And a lot of times when we're more experienced business owners, there are leaks in the people efficiency in our business. We're not getting the ROI that we're paying for. Why? So this is one of the things that I try to help solve for clients. So there's two ways you can work with us with
Okay.
with Mitchell Consulting itself. we can take over your finances for you, period. And that's typically what we do for our
Okay.
clients. We do them.
Before you do that, how does that work? When you say take over the finances for the that right there get you speaking in tongues. You're like, wait, what in the world you talking about?
You know, all those transactions and receipts and all those things, we put them in order for you. And we build these financial statements. We build these financial statements so that you can make business decisions with the information that we're gathering. So some people think of that as bookkeeping, but it's more of like the controllership, really analyzing the results of what you have done. Then sometimes you're looking for, okay, Michelle, I need to see what's happening in the next 6 months or 12 months. That's called forecasting.
Okay.
That's that CFO hat that we have with our clients. And we're looking forward. We're looking into the future based on past experiences, right? Past things we've done.
Good. Okay.
And we want to correct the things so that the future looks more attainable. Like we can actually reach that thing we want in the future.
Wait, before you keep going, I'm over here shuffling a bunch of receipts, right? Because I'm like, so you're saying like all of this stuff, just
all of that,
turning it over.
Yeah, you turn it over.
Okay.
And we reconcile those books for you. And you are tax ready January 31st.
That's good. Okay.
Tax ready at January 31st. Our CPAs love us because they usually don't have any questions about your financial statements when they come from Mitchell Consulting.
Okay. And let me ask this too, because this is something I'm only speaking personally, but I keep so many receipts. I have them in crates. I have them in binders. I have them
why?
Yeah. I don't know.
Because we have this thing now that's like we're virtual. We don't, if you look at my desk right now, I don't have paper. I have books on my desk. I don't have paper. We don't do paper. So we teach you how to, when you get that receipt, you just snap a little picture of it and you can throw it in the trash. Because what we're going to do is attach it. We're going to attach it to the actual transaction in your QuickBooks file so that if you were ever under audit, we just drill down into what actually happened.
Wow. So you sound so, okay, y'all, because I'm big on role playing. You sound so relaxed. And I'm going to try and act like,
okay.
Because I decided to use Mitchell Consulting Services, my life has changed, right? So now I am relaxed. All of these binders and packages and crates with receipts. My desk is paper free. All I have now is just the books that I enjoy reading and a cup, a mug that just says, oh, my dreams. I am a mother dreamer and my dreams are coming true because I'm completely organized thanks to Mitchell Consulting.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
That's what I'm saying, girl. And then for those experienced entrepreneurs, here's the thing. When you get ready to pay payroll and you're like, oh, should I hit the button? Whew, should I hit the button? Because you're nervous about payroll because that's cash flow.
Right.
Do I have the cash so that I can easily hit the enter button on payroll and pay my people?
Right.
And pay yourself.
Right. Wow. Okay, now
that's for the experienced ones.
What about, okay, so now let's go back and recap for the experienced people, because that was really good for those of you that have had business already for a while. I don't know, I typed a bunch of stuff. So just, if you go back and just recap some of what you said, guilty of saying that I've done that, I could have done it better myself, then this person is for you, Michelle Mitchell.
Yes.
Because you don't want to be in that position that now you've spent money to hire someone and you're still trying to hold the reins so tight that you don't give the person a chance to execute and operate in their paid duty.
That is correct. Yes. Yes.
Okay. All right. So there are solutions for you all too, right here with Michelle Mitchell. Now, what about churches and ministries? Because do you work in that capacity so that compliance is there for those types of people? I have a lot of people
Interesting
that are
you
watching.
asked that, Kim, because nonprofits and churches is how I started my business.
I'm glad I asked that then. Okay.
Yes,
So talk to
that's
us about that.
yes, that's how I started. I started with volunteering my time to help churches and nonprofits.
Okay.
But what that allowed me to do is to take my corporate training,
Mhm.
my years uh, of education, and help the small people. And it helped me learn QuickBooks because that's what everyone was using, right?
That's right.
It helped me learn QuickBooks. And I have been an advanced QuickBooks Pro advisor now for, I don't know, 14, 15 years
Right.
or something like that now. And my team are also experts because Michelle no longer does the bookkeeping and
Mhm.
the controllership work.
Right.
No, I talk to business owners
Mm.
because your mind, it's right here, growth mindset, right? So we're trained in that. We're excellent. We're excellent in that.
Mm.
It's the company's zone of genius. But out of that comes these other things like operational efficiency. I didn't know that when I started Mitchell Consulting.
Mm.
But same for churches and nonprofits.
Yes.
Guess what? A nonprofit is a for-profit business that has the IRS election as a 501c3.
Mhm.
You're a business first.
That's good to know. Very good for all of you all that are out here running ministries or representing
Mhm.
ministries or starting ministries. This is still another good way to go right from the ground up if you're just starting to learn from Michelle. What can we do to be in compliance right from the beginning so
From the
nothing
beginning.
gets off track? But if you've already been established, then reaching out to her to find out, okay, this is where we botched this all up right here. This has been a nightmare. Where can we pick the ball up and move
Right.
forward? And many people are doing things right. So it's not like
Yes.
everything's so wrong.
Right.
That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is there are some people that do things decently and in order,
That
and
is
you
true.
are operating as a well-oiled machine type of thing. But
Yes.
you still just need to maybe even expand and bring on another entity because it may be overwhelming for just the
Right.
one or two that you have currently under you.
Yeah. But it's also okay if it's messy. Trust me, I have seen so much stuff over the years.
Okay.
That's why we don't judge people. It is our job to educate you. That's our job, is to educate you.
That's good. That's really good, Michelle.
Yeah.
I'm really impressed. Now I'm hearing and learning so much from you today, and I see comments that's come in. So let's take a moment and go to
Okay.
some of the studio audience comments. Get your own questions answered here. Let's see. I should have started some of them because I don't have anybody looking through all the comments with me today. Oh, Black is beautiful. Yes, that's her Mary Kay. Dennis, that's her Mary Kay over there on her face. She
Right.
Black is, and mine, just so y'all know, I'm a Melaleuca girl, so I actually uh, use my skincare and stuff through Melaleuca, and I love it as well. Let's see. I see people are tagging people. Thank you so much, Patricia Sharp, for tagging. Patina, you tagged Patina, and Dennis says every ethnicity have their own spiritual gifts. The more, the merrier.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Absolutely. And you said this is a message of having potential people purchasing power,
Mm-hmm.
kind of like a corner store. Everyone is welcome. The increase, magnificent excellence. Interesting. Very good. Thank you so much for your comments. And I see all of your comments that's been coming in. Much love to you too, Dennis. We see you, and we appreciate you being here in the studio audience today. Y'all, if you have any questions, please take a moment to ask them. And even if you're watching it as a replay, ask your questions. She'll be able to hopefully go back and check those out. What other advice would you give people that are starting their businesses, in the middle of their businesses, or already excelled in business, to be able to keep their sanity, because there is a lot
Mhm.
of stress associated with business entrepreneurship from a balance perspective. Any tips just to
Yeah.
keep things
Yeah.
whoosh?
You know what? I would say for newbies or experience, the one thing that I have had to do was to set boundaries.
Set boundaries. Somebody type
Set
that. Set boundaries.
boundaries. And guess what, people? You don't have to start your day looking at your email, because I don't. Mm-mm. I because I have my priorities already set for my day, and I really want to get through, you
Mhm.
know, about 50% of the most important thing of the day before I let other people interrupt me with their stuff.
Good point. Wow.
Yeah,
Set boundaries. I see y'all typing it.
yeah,
Set boundaries. Set boundaries.
yeah.
Yes. Set
Set
boundaries.
boundaries with your
Set
time. Everybody can't have a piece of you.
mm,
Not when you're on a mission.
mm, mm. You better
Not when you're
preach,
on a
Michelle.
mission.
You shook your hair and everything. You like,
No.
go ahead. You get ready. You going in. Go.
Yes. Not when you're on a mission.
Right.
You have to take control and ownership of you
Mm,
first.
mm, mm.
And then you teach people how to work with you.
That's good. So, in a given day for you, just as you start the day off doing what? That's getting you to this glowing look that you have.
Yes.
What does it start like for you?
I start my day off the night before,
Mhm.
setting my intention for the next day.
Okay, that's good.
And what are my top 3 things I need to get done in the next day? So it's already set the night before, so no one disrupts me with their own emergencies.
Hmm.
Like doing finances for people, we're not giving oxygen to people to live.
That's right. That's right.
So there's really not too many emergencies, really. Not real emergencies.
That's good.
But other people, because of their perspective on what they have to do in front of them, they may perceive it as an emergency.
That's right. Because
So
it's
it's
an
up
emergency to them.
to them, right?
Right.
But then when we have a conversation and we put it into perspective for them, they
Hmm.
see that, oh, had I not dropped the ball on XYZ, had I not had my intentions and
Hmm.
priorities set,
That's
this
right.
wouldn't be causing a problem right now.
That's correct.
So what
Right.
are we going to learn from this?
Right. Yeah. Don't. Yeah. I got
So
my own things I learned from it. I'm like, I know what.
yeah. So you teach people how to work with you. And
That's
when you understand what that is, you can teach people more effectively.
That's really good. Really good advice. And I hope you all are just completely learning so much from our guest today, Michelle Mitchell with Mitchell Consulting. Let me pull up this picture that I was able to find. Tell us about this beautiful moment in
This
time.
is this is my son's wedding day, and it was non-conventional. It was during COVID, and there was like 15 people there.
That is so
But
beautiful,
it
though.
was beautiful. It was beautiful.
And he
Yes.
looked so happy. He looked
He
just as
did.
happy as he can be.
I know. My son.
Oh, I'm so happy for you and your family.
You, and that's my daughter Danielle. She's graduated from college and she's about to go to medical school in the next
Okay.
year. So yeah.
And
And
your
my husband,
daughter-in-law?
yeah, and my daughter-in-law Emily, in her own right, she's getting her PhD. Like, hello.
I can see
PhD.
Emily's back teeth back there. She happy
Right.
as she can be. She like, I am married to my boat ass.
Yes, and she's so happy to be in our family.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's so awesome.
And I have been married to my dear husband for
I love
32
that.
years.
For how long?
32 years.
And oh, that's right. I met
You
your
met
husband
him.
at the
Yes.
Power Networking Conference with
That's
George
right.
Frazier. He
Yes.
is so nice. That man
Yes.
is a nice man.
Thank you.
He was very personable and friendly, and he was being funny because people were, somebody was trying to help me get set up and stuff. He was like, he said, "So how's your husband doing?" I said, He was like, well, that man keep coming back checking on. He's trying to make sure you set up right. I was like, man was just being nice. I didn't think he looked like he was trying to be what. I thought it went right over my head. I just was like, thank you, God bless.
You didn't even see it.
But he saw it. Your husband was like, how's your husband? I was like, that ain't what? I said, who? Where are you seeing a husband? He was like, the man. I was like, what, man? I really could not place what he was talking about.
Oh
when
my
I
goodness.
realized it, I said, oh, was he acting like he even liked me? I didn't even see it. It's like right over my head.
Oh my goodness.
But men see stuff, huh? They know.
Yes. He was paying attention.
Okay. Tell us about your book too that you
yes.
effort with.
This book, People, Purpose, and Profits, it's a collaboration book, and I have a chapter in there that I did with Toni Harris Taylor, who is known as the networking queen. And I was a speaker at her conference last fall, where I talked about make cash flow before you go viral.
Oh, that's good.
Make
cash. That's your chapter in here too?
Yes, my chapter is in there.
No, but what's your chapter? What is it about?
My chapter is about being on purpose to make profits. All right. So just being on purpose and kind of my journey a little bit as an entrepreneur. So, a lot of times people have to see themselves in someone else to know that they can do it as well.
That's so true. I'm so proud of you and everything that you're doing and excited to know you and to even get to know you further. I can't wait for whatever life holds as to why we're connected. And we're at the same, sitting beside each other at the Power Networking Conference at Dr. George Frazier's event. So
yes.
I don't believe anything happens by mistake. It's all intentional.
Neither do I. And I've always said for many years, if we're supposed to work together, we will. It may not be right now.
Period. That's right.
But we will if we're supposed to.
I agree. Yeah. I'm going to give you all another opportunity. I'm going to say a few shout outs. So if you right now want to take a moment, I'm just going to do like this little 30-second countdown thing. So you can go ahead and send your Cash App if you like. I'll go ahead and do a little countdown here. To $ Kim Jacobs Inc. Or you can use pay.me/Kim Jacobs Inc. Or you can even send it to Kim Jacobs. Also spell to 704-962-7161. Or you can become a Patreon member or a Mother Dreamer member. All right, everybody. So thank you so much for your contributions today. We are bringing balance to this world one household at a time through community contributions from members like yourselves. And so I want to say thank you to Lisa. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you, Carrie Ann, for your support. Thank you so much, Shonda. Thank you, Chantrice. Thank you, Paulo. Thank you, Blissful Life. Thank you. I hope I'm not forgetting anybody. Lord have mercy, because I'm seeing Leah. Thank you so much for your contribution. Thank you, Ruth. Thank you, Valerie. Thank you, Nikisha. Okay, I just want to, because I promised I would do a few shout outs here, and I don't want to take for granted when you all are taking a moment to sow into our broadcast as we're bringing balance to the world. Janine, thank you so much. Thank you all that are contributing. Okay, thank you, Pastor Clara. All right, thank you all so much. And Sarah, I know you just joined the Patreon membership as well. Thank you always. Allison, who's very supportive as well. And Kimberly, thank you all for your contributions to the Kim Jacobs Show. My mom, Ellis Bradley, is a faithful contributor to the broadcast. So thank you too, Mom. Okay. I hope I didn't leave anybody out, but I truly appreciate you all pouring into the program and for being a part of the studio audience. Michelle, share with us any closing comment that you may have too.
Yeah. So in closing, I just want to say thank you, Kim, for giving me the opportunity to come on your show and just, impart some knowledge for new entrepreneurs or experienced entrepreneurs, because we can always get better, right? And if you I want people to walk away from this today, is that if you understand why you're doing what you do, you can then design the business to fit into your life so that you are making the money you want to earn and you're having the time to take care of yourself.
Beautiful. That's beautifully
And
stated.
it all goes together.
And it
Yes.
all works synergistically
It does.
together from that balance perspective. You're a mother, you're a wife,
Yes.
you are an entrepreneur, you are a multi-level marketing, networking representative type. You wear a lot of different hats, and
Yes.
some kind of way you're still letting that beautiful light shine.
Yes.
What a
I
beautiful.
try. Thank you.
You do more than try, you're doing it, and I'm proud
Thank
of you.
you.
I also know that you've been to Disney World. I heard you've been there a whole lot. You only had you got one son. You done been there 10 times.
No, I have a son and a daughter. We have been there.
That's right. Son and your daughter. Okay, that's right.
We have been there 10 times. And guess what? When I was a stay-at-home mom, like my husband took care of our daily needs, right?
Mhm.
But barely, because one time he gave me a grocery budget that was $65. Like, and he wasn't playing. It was $65 and I had to make it work, and I made it work.
Mhm.
But everything that we did that was fun came from me. And I took my children to Disney World on Mary Kay income.
Mm.
Disney World. So I knew it was possible that when I stepped into entrepreneurship that I could, because I was able to take my children to Disney World. And once we went once, we just kept on going.
Right. That's funny because we've gone to Disney World so many times as well. And then the funny part, Michelle, is to hear my daughter, who's 16. We went like about a year ago or so, and she was like, "I don't remember ever coming to Disney World." I'm like, "Girl, I don't want to spend so much money at Disney World all night." It's true. I was like, "Are you crazy?" She did not remember that we had went to Disney World. I had to
Oh
put
my
pictures
goodness.
up and everything. You've been here 1,000 times.
Right.
It's
I
like,
know.
what?
I'm tired of going to Disney World now, but I was recently in Orlando at a conference, and my husband went to Disney World by himself. He went
You
to
know, I'm
Magic
going to
Kingdom
enjoy
by
my
himself.
own Mickey Mouse experience messing with y'all. Y'all done had me all worked up
Yes.
all the time.
Yes. So what I'm saying is it is possible.
That's good.
It is possible if you understand why you're doing it and you put some plans in place, you can reach your goals.
Okay. Well, I'm proud of you. And in reaching goals,
Thank
speaking
you.
of which, you are a top 50 women in accounting nominee. And
Yes.
I just want to acknowledge that you are in the running for that recognition.
Yes,
I
I
want to
am.
celebrate you and salute you for that today.
Thank
Congratulations.
you. Thank you.
You don't know what I have over here
I
on
know. I wasn't expecting that.
And I also want to take a moment because we've lost some giants recently, and I just want to acknowledge that Wally Amos just
Oh,
recently passed this week, and
okay.
I want to give my condolences to him and his family. I had the distinct honor and privilege to interview him a few years ago, and when I interviewed him, the footage got damaged, and you talking about disappointed? I was so disappointed. But
Wow.
thank God for children because my son was able to find some of the old footage,
Wow.
and he has been doctoring it and cleaning it back up so that we can do a tribute episode to Mr. Wally Amos. And so that
Oh,
makes my heart so glad. But
yeah.
even though he won't be able to see it, he'll be watching from heaven. I
Yeah.
do want to make sure that I do a special tribute to him in honor of him and his family, and they have our deepest condolences. This man is a wonderful, wonderful soul.
Awesome.
So I also want to give tribute to Phil Donahue, and he
Oh,
passed
I didn't hear
away. Yeah, that was announced today, and
that.
so yeah, if it's August 19th that you're watching this episode, that's when it was announced that he did transition as well. And the reason I wanted to put him up is because I used to do closed captioning, mute the television, and I would read Oprah Winfrey. I really role played Oprah. I'm like, coming to the stage, my girlfriend, Gail is coming to the stage. I would mute that. But I also would mute the television and read the closed caption to Phil Donahue. And so we just don't know who is impacting our lives, whether we know them personally or not. People are always watching us.
That is true.
So just know that your life matters and your legacy is making a difference in somebody's life. So don't think it's just, this is just basic knowledge. So whatever, people should already know this. Know that you are here to solve this earth. And starting September 5th, I want you all to know that you will be invited to be in the virtual studio audience as we kick off Promise Hour Bible Study. It's virtual Bible study that will be taking place for 1 hour, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. And I really hope that you will be in the studio audience. It's not even going to be a show. It's going to be Bible study. So be here, be prepared to get any questions answered. We're going to deep dive into a specific scripture and we'll put that up and we'll have some conversation around it. Okay. So September 5th at 7:00 p.m. and every Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we will go live on Facebook and YouTube with our Bible study hour, Promise Hour Bible study. Nice. All right. Any other comment? Well, you know how you get on a show, Michelle, you're like, girl, I forgot to say this one thing. Anything you want?
Not in particular. Like, I would like to invite people to our financial empowerment roundtables. We have them once a month on the second Tuesday of the month at 1 p.m. Eastern. And anyone can join. And we pick a topic and we discuss that financial topic and how you can implement something into your business. And me and my team, we run this for free just to give service to people. So if you follow us on any social, make sure you join that. And
I'm going to put this up because I want you, I'm big on visible, to be a visual person. Mm-hmm. So make sure you know that when you go and visit the website, which is Mitchell Consulting Service, not with an S, service.com, that you will be able to really get a good understanding of what they do, what they're passionate about, which is helping growth-minded business owners transform your vision into financial success. And you can see just the joy of working with Michelle Mitchell. And if it sounds like you, I know when I first logged on, I was able to join in on the monthly information by sharing my name and email. And so I'm registered for whatever they talk about. I'm there. Okay. And so check the website out and join the monthly roundtable. You can sign up right here where you'll see that. And then getting an understanding of your business finances and how to do that. This website walks you through so many solutions just by coming to the website. So hope you'll take advantage of that and take advantage of getting to know Michelle Mitchell just a little bit better. All right. All right, everybody. Well, thank you for being my special guest, Michelle. I would love for you to be one of our Freestyle Friday experts. And that's
absolutely.
Oh, girl, just like that. See?
Just like that.
I'll talk to you about that later then, girl, because we're going to be on the panel. All right, everybody. Thank you all so much for tuning in to today's episode of The Kim Jacobs Show. If you did send a contribution and I didn't shout you out, I will shout you out on a future episode for sure. And tomorrow we have a student graduating from How to Start Your Own Show from Scratch. I didn't pull the flyer up, but she is going to be, oh my goodness. She is already a global international sensation. And she will be right here on the Kim Jacobs Show, launching her new show. And she graduated from our program, How to Start Your Show from Scratch. So be in your virtual seats at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Friday, right here on the Kim Jacobs Show. I love you all and have a great day. Stay safe if you can. Bye, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to today's episode of The Kim Jacobs Show and for being in the virtual studio audience. Your presence truly does make a difference, and I look forward to you bringing your friends and family to join you in the virtual studio audience Monday through Friday at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I look forward to seeing you and make it a great day.